So I'm in a fiction workshop this month with a new prompt each day and an expectation to write. Today was microfiction, 250 words or fewer. Sharing my work the day I write makes me feel vulnerable, and I'm not a fan. It has an odd effect, though, on my work. I tend to focus more on what I'm doing. There's this implied social pressure of not wanting to look foolish by lobbing up some half-assed story and inviting judgment. Instead, so far, I have put the right time and effort into it, and the results, they're positive. It is weird, though, to get feedback on a piece I just wrote with the next draft in mind. I find myself still in the, I like it the way it is, I just wrote it, geesh, can I have a hot second to just enjoy having written something cool, please? Stage. And yet, when I read work from my peers in the workshop, I find myself leaning on two types of feedback. Either, this is a great setting, you should totally find a conflict and keep writing. Or, your use of language is fantastic, you should totally find a conflict and keep writing. At first, I thought it was just me being too critical, and I even challenged myself privately to seek out other points of feedback. But honestly, it all comes back to conflict. What I gather, considering my own work and sort of guessing at what others may be experiencing as well, is that when you have a brief window to write before submitting, you're still trying to find the idea. What feedback my peers were sharing with each other was mostly, hey, your story really gets going in paragraph 2, or your ending was more of a stop and I want to keep going. That seems very plausible for early drafts where you're still nurturing an idea into a narrative arc. Some people can put 2 hours into 250 words and develop a beginning, a middle, and an end. Others need a lot more time to explore, draft, discard, redraft. But what I keep missing in other people's work is conflict. Maybe a day is not enough time to work out a compelling conflict with a beginning, middle, and end. And if that fits in 250 words where every syllable is essential, not a wasted word in sight, yeah, good luck. After writing my little story, I was very satisfied with it. But as I continued to comment on my peers' stories with the same set of find a conflict feedback, it prompted me to look back at my story differently. I, too, missed the conflict boat. I'll read it into the record for you now and you can judge for yourself. But yeah, not there. It's untitled. I checked the mail, weekly now, who gets mail anymore, and saw the postcard straight away, a close-up of a red ant just ahead against a crumbling black asphalt. I remembered that during a melting walk under all the history's combined sunlight, I had spit on an ant. Well, at it. I missed. And the ant wiggled its antennae, wheeled around, and mandibles scooping away, started eating the foam, drinking spit from the ground like manna from heaven, or a kid at Halloween two-fisting over his dumped-out candy. Every week now since Christmas, another postcard, each a snapshot of my exact memory. They weren't always themed, though St. Patrick's Day was a shot of my first stolen beer, a Heineken Special Dark, at one of many nighttime parties my dad hosted. I tipped my head way back, but I was young, did a spit take in the yard just beyond the floodlights. Another, that little plant I fed gin for a week for science class, just a pile of brown twine by the end. Mostly it's flashes. No return address, no message. Just a bug to itch inside the skull. They come fewer now. Kitchen table was piled high for a long time, but now it's a dainty stack on the mantel. I captioned them too. It helps keep track. The Heineken is first beer. The plant is liquid lunch. And the ant? Better nature, where despite my very best efforts, I did not harm a soul. So you can see there's not much conflict at all. I was more searching for an idea, groping in the dark for a story thread to pull me out of the cave. It's not a terrible 45 minutes of work, though. Starting with nothing and coming up with that in under an hour, I feel good about that. During this workshop, I assume I will create many more of these fits and starts, stack them neatly on the mantel into a nice pile of story fragments. Going forward, I will try harder to seek out the story conflicts sooner in the draft. It can be intoxicating to catch a setting or a memory and just lounge in it, using language like pigment, the blank page as a canvas, and that's enjoyable. But after just one day, I've relearned the most valuable lesson. Conflict first. See you next week. Start writing.